Alberto finished
Ponce.
first after Swiss in a premium.
Yeah, I was undefeated, and people tell me it's the tournament with the most, or the biggest premium tournament. I don't believe them though, because everybody was really good. But this is the list for the main Grade 3 Dragonfly Award. You retire, you start for free, you can go to Ultima. It's a really good card. Play 4 of it. You can play other Grade 3s, but make sure you play 4 of this. Grade 2s, this card is a 1 of 3 Dagda, 4 Slaptail, and then, oops, my bad, but 4 Blaster Dark. The cards you play 4 of, you just want to see them a lot. Slaptail, if you guys play Lord, I really recommend you guys play 4. It's really good. A lot of times you'll filter through your 10k grade 1s, and just being able to get free intercepts to lighten the load on your hand, that's good. Gains numbers. After calling a grade 1, they hit Protect and Axle decks, and on your other strides, it just gets better. And it's a grade 1 in deck, and drop. So this card, he won me a couple matches. He's really good, but I didn't always see him. I can see why people play him at 4. I don't know how to feel about him. He's really good. Multi-attacks, attacking more than 3 times in premium is really good. And yeah, that's why you play this card.
Nice.
And then this card sucks. I never used it. I bought it at the event. I was really upset. But it's another 10k base.
What would you replace it with?
Probably another Dagda, but I'm not sure. I just kind of went with this last minute impulse because there was a $5 charge for the other card I wanted, and a $5 minimum charge, and I had to buy something else. How about this? Grade 1s. These are the 1 ofs. Yeah, you can tech a lot in this deck because of how busted your grade 3 is. This card draws you cards. It's a 10k blocker in hand. It's with a G guard too if you use it. Finds you a grade 3, can help you fuel ritual. Just be careful because some people were like, oh, you didn't check top 7. It's only when you play it from hand. And you only countercharge if you retire it with the Vanguard, so don't forget that. This card's good. It's ritual 1, which is free basically, and you can put it back after you used it or retired it. Draw a bunch of cards. Just be careful with your soul. This card was the other card, the main card I wanted to buy, but it was $4 and not 5. So this card I never went into it. I'm pretty upset. I paid $4. Did not use it. I see why it's in here. It's good, but I did not use it today. And Hanli, it's good because NLK is a really good deck. And honestly, the one NLK that I played in Swiss, this card saved me. He could have attacked me so many times, but I had enough PGs that the assassins just got shut down, and this is really good. Play it, and you can fetch it out. Try to fetch it out when you're out of Counterblast. If you don't have any Counterblast, use your Soul Blast grade 4. If not, yeah, it's really good. And then 4 ofs, 4 Ezra's, 4 of this lovely lady. And also this lovely lady, Nemain. She's busted. If you guys are going to play Luard, I think you should play 4. If you don't, send me your lists. Because I know some people that don't play Luard. And, you know, I'll listen to them. I'll hear them out. But it's really good. This card is also really good. Resist. I saw some Kagero. This is really good against Kagero. 14k by itself in the mid to late game. Also really early game if you are godly. This is really good. Just play this card. And then if you play the Ritual starter, it's even better. And Ezra's recurring PGs. I played against Bugs in Swiss, and he said he hated this card because I always PG'd his Vanguard, and this card's really good. And that's it for the grade 1s. Grade 0s, 2 of this. People are so shocked every time I tell them I only play 2. 3 of this. Bilal, it's a good card, but it's not a 10k trigger. 3 of it. That one, the bad super trigger, and then 4 of this one, the good super trigger, because the bird. The other thing, I actually have had 3 in my deck before, but I lost the card, so I only went with 2, and 2 worked out. I'm sure you can make room for 3, but super triggers are really good. You can guard with them, and a lot of times that's what pushes you over the power thresholds and how to kill them, and that's what you want to do. Kill them. And then the last triggers are the 2-2 split, super heals, and heals with skill. if you get these in the early game, you don't even feel bad about guarding because you have these in the deck, and it's great. So try to play 2-2 split. If you play 4 of the supers, I totally get it because, again, the tanky power is really, really good. I don't know why people play 4 of this, though. I guess they just really want the counter charges and soul charges, but if you're just careful with your resources, you should be fine, I think. And then...
Strides, yeah.
Starter is the draw starter. You only play 4 grade 3s. I was very lucky. If I didn't have the grade 3, I either checked it pretty early on or I got it in my opening hand. So this also just makes it that much smoother to get. But the other card is really good too. It goes into soul counter charges, so don't feel bad. G-Zone, for this card's really good. It doesn't need counterblast. It helps you against Gize. The GB3 skill is also really good when your opponents are at 4 or 5. This is never a bad card to go into unless you have no soul, which happens. But yeah, it's really good. Plus with the on-stride skill of Luard and this, you can potentially retire 2 cards, which is also really good. 2 of this. It's just in here for Gize and just oddball decks that if their opponent does have a big hand and you don't think they have heals, this is always a really good card to go into because of how many cards you can retire. With Flash of Dark, with your on-stride skill, yeah. Carnivore Dragon, it doesn't use a counterblast and it can potentially give your front row power. You can annoy people by swinging at them with low numbers if you gain the +4. And sometimes people don't want to retire 2, but then you tell them they have to retire 2 and they get mad at you, so it's a good card. This card, so I found out it's for the mirror match, and also I didn't go into it that much, I'll admit, but I did use it to finish off a Blasters player. He was pretty good. It gets quad drive, it gets crit. It's a good card. I don't think you should not play it, and it's also free. For the most part, you still have to pay the cost. Ultima, you can stride into it for free, which is kind of bonkers. And yeah, it won me round 7. Seabreeze, you use it to flip for this, and I guess if your opponent wants a grade 2 game you and you have the counterblast to spare, or you know you're going to heal, because sometimes you just have a feeling. But Ogma, this card was nuts. If you stride it by second stride or sooner, you kind of just win, and that's what happened a lot. I had people at 3 when I augmented them, and I'd usually check 2 yellow cards, and they'd be pretty upset. And I understand, because, you know, I'd be upset too, but that's a Vanguard. And if you can turbo this out, that's why Nemain's so good, because you just get so much value off of this. Yeah, play this card. I thought about playing it at 2, but it's really hard to do it twice. But if you just do it once at the right time, you should be fine. 2 of this G-Guard. He's free, 36k shield. It's really good. Just play it. Ritual 3 is nothing. This card, I didn't use it too much, and I'm usually pretty bad at the RNG. I get like a PG off of this, or like maybe 2 5Ks if I'm lucky. But it can help you turbo grade 1s if like you didn't get first stride and you were rushed super hard and you have to ride a grade 3. So it's good for setting up your stride next turn, and also you never know what you're going to get. So this card, the Soul Blast G-Guard, it's also really good. Helps you against Zoa, because swinging for 99k plus 9959s plus is really good, and then they guard restrict you. So you need every card that you can to use it. I usually use it to flip for this card because Soul Blasts are tight. But again, if you know what you're playing and you just watch what you're doing, this card is really good. It gains +5 for every 2 grade 1s, and you usually get a lot by the time they try to Zoe you. This card is also pretty nuts. You can go to the mains, you can go to Blaster Javelin, Sharon, and you just get so much value off of the 10k grade 1s. And you end up drawing a card. A lot of times I drew a PG off of this because you put them back so much, and if not, you know, worst case, what, you get like a trigger. And those are 15k now, so it's still really, really good. And that's it. Round 1, I was very lucky. My opponent was a no-show. Shoutouts to those guys that just show up for the free stuff at Dip. Really appreciate you. Round 2, I played against Mario. Sorry, I was just looking at him. He was one of the guys that I augmented. He was at 3 damage, said no guard, and I flipped 2 yellow cards. And,
Skillful.
Sorry about that. Round 3, I played against Ange. And he He had max rarity. I remember that. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. He was pretty good, but I think that when you no guard at 3 and get 2 yellow cards checked on you, there's just nothing you can do. Round 4, I played against my first Blasters opponent. He's a guy from my area, so I was actually really afraid of losing to him. Yeah, that guy, that handsome devil. I was really afraid of losing to him because he always he's Aichi Sendo, dude. He just checks 2 crits every time. It's worse when he checks super crits, like the trial deck crits, and it so feels bad, man, because he has the flow of crits in hand too, and you just wonder how does he have that many crits in hand and he still checks them. But he actually drew like garbage, and I got everything I needed. I got like a grade 3 to stride with, and I got 3 triggers, and that was when I dagged at him. So I was swinging for like a bunch of power because I was on Dragobest Luard. So he just had to take it. Round 5. Oh my, what did I play round 5? I don't remember, but I did play DI. Thank you for that. Shout out to Jake for reminding me. DI. He was also pretty good, but at the end of the match, I had too many PGs in hand when he tried to NLK kill me, and they just kill 3 cards every time that they do their combo. And I had Hanli. I cannot stress enough how good Hanli is in that matchup. But at the end of the game, he was like, I never saw Sullivan, so I didn't get to Tybalt you, and you know, that's relevant. So again, I got very lucky. Round 5? Round 6, I played against Bugs, Mega Colony. It was like a super weird build. The guy got top 8, so if you want to check out his list, look for it somewhere. He was drawing 8 cards every turn, and it was really annoying me. But again, Ezreus was really good. I was able to PG his Vanguard every time, and then I'd either take his rear guards, or I'd guard them if I didn't need the counterblast, stuff like that. But yeah, watch his list. He had this grade 2 that was pretty good. It was a 7k, and he was doing a lot of things, so props to him. Round 7. Sorry, round 7. I played against Blasters again. He was the guy that sacked a Jake. So when I got to the point where I was at 3 damage. So the last turn, he was at 3, and he said no guard on my Ogma turn. And this time I did not flip 2 yellow cards. I checked, I think, 3 2s. And he was pretty happy because he had like 3-4 cards in hand after that. And then when it was his turn, he called it a Blaster Blade, I think with Alt Mile. So it was swinging for 18k, so it was on a force marker 28. So it's still hitting numbers, but he only had 1 Flogo crit, and my hand was mostly 5ks and 1 PG. So I decided to risk it and no guard the Vanguard, and he checked. Everybody who was watching, like, I felt their tension, because his first check was a grade 3, but his second check was a crit, and his third check was a Blaster Blade, Flogo crit, so it wasn't a super trigger. And I was nervous too, and I checked a heal, the super heals, so it helped me a lot defensively. But again, the PG was what saved me because I just ditched 5ks, and that's not bad. I think I'm on round 8 now. Round 8, I played against Gize. I rushed him, and I was very lucky because he did not check very many triggers. He did the Oracle Girl that lets him stack the deck, but the only trigger he had in his hand was a crit, and I no guarded, and because you have to swing a Vanguard for that skill. And then at the end of turn, he had 5 cards in hand, so I just augmented him to 0. But he was pretty good and damage check to draw, and drew like either a grade 3 or his top deck was a grade 3, so he was able to live because I didn't check triggers. But I won it out because he was too far behind after that. In top 8, I played against Tyler. Shout out to Tyler, and oh my god, I forgot the name of the shot. Tyler knows though. He'll comment on this. He was pretty good. I don't have a lot of NLK practice, and I thought that my Swiss opponent, it's just best of 1 too, so I didn't get that much practice, and I was I don't mean it, John, but I was really tired. So when I lost, I wasn't too disappointed. I got to eat. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, you can find me probably in the comments of this or on Facebook somewhere.
Cool. Any shoutouts?
Ooh, shoutouts. Yeah, shoutouts to Mario, Jake, Justin, the Z, Andrew. Oh my gosh, Fred, that's embarrassing. He's from my local. Sorry. Devin, Chato, all the Vanguard content creators that I was gonna roast. I'm running out of time.
Go ahead.
Okay. Vancol 40 for teaching me that quality control is important. Jesus, I forgot all of them. I was actually kind of on a roll last night. That's actually why I had to get top 8 because I rehearsed the shoutouts and now I'm forgetting it all.
Solemn.
Yeah, Solemn. He's also a little bit on that quality control spectrum. Different Fight for teaching me you can get a Worlds without playing. I love you, dude. I'm sorry.
The I'm a vendor guys.
Oh yeah, to the Vanguardians people who asked for ref checks on Dominic Manlalo. I'm a vendor. All those people, like, trust me, I'm a vendor. There's so many. The guy who wanted the Nova's GV8 to like be the craziest thing ever, and like also free Stratos off the ban list.
The guy who didn't know what the Queen did from Nova Grappling.
Oh yeah, dude. Shout out to you, man.
Helen.
You
Unlimited
help
heals.
make other people better, so respect. Who else was there?
Helen with the unlimited heals.
Oh my God. Yeah, shout out to just European Vanguard players. The Thing Saver guy, I don't know your name, but you're sick. I hope to meet you one day.
Nice.
Nikki Goldman, Senpai Byron, Senpai Lewis for getting me into the game, Byron for making me good. Sorry, better. I was already pretty good. Sorry, I suck. I'm kidding.
Chad, dude.
Chad for getting top 8 at the first Vanguard regionals he went to. Dude, you guys need to step it up if he's getting there on his first time.
No.
Yeah, it was standard though, but still, you guys gotta step it up. Come on. The Indonesia guy, because I basically copied his list, and then after that made changes that I thought were better. Mostly the G zone, I think. Also, shout outs to the people that made the Clara Grade 4 really expensive. Shout outs to secondary market for Vanguard. Shout outs to Bushy for justifying all those people that say premium isn't a real format. Because they're kind of right. They gotta get a ban list for premium to be a real format. I don't know. That's kind of it. Shout out to Living Proof for being sick, and same thing to Yellow Card Vanguard. You guys are also really sick.
PPG Ultra Pro, man.
Oh yeah, PPG Ultra Pro for sponsoring these guys, letting them share an Airbnb with us. Shout out to them again because we wouldn't have been here without them. The Arcane Lab, my locals. If you guys ever want really good practice, again, Chad's there. I'm there, but I hate standard, so forgive me if I don't accept a match in standard. Rumor said, if you go to UC, you know, maybe. But yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, I think that's everybody.
Cool.
Shout out to all the people that were there too. I didn't get to say hi to all of you. Everybody in top 8, good luck to you all. I hope you did well. Or I hope you're happy with how far you got, because you guys were all really good, and that's why I lost in the first round, because I'm not. All right, bye. Thank you.